Fonzie, we head right back to day one, a very green pitch, gloomy conditions. How decisive was that toss?
Yeah, no, it was obviously a crucial toss to win, but I just want to shed a bit of light on why we decided to go with what we went with. You know, I've just had a couple of conversations with a few reporters, and I said that before this game we were on 139 points, which put us fourth. If we had the extra 8 points against Derby, where we needed 4 wickets to win, we came close against Sussex, where we came short by 18 runs. That's, you take into account, that is 24 points that we could have had sitting here, which would have taken us to 163, which takes us second on the table. We just felt that it was the right time for us to take the punt, to kind of roll the dice and see if we can get a result at home. We always knew that it was going to be a crucial toss to win. Unfortunately, the coin didn't end up on our side, you know, and we came up short.
There has been fine margins points-wise across the season. How do you assess the overall progression for day cricket for the team?
Yeah, so after the Cardiff game, I had a chat with the guys that were there, and I thought that we've made a lot of progress in terms of our kind of skill levels. But I just want us to be a bit braver with our mentality and our attitude towards trying to win games of cricket. You know, that's going to take time. And there's going to be people ask, how do you do it? But I think it's important that us as coaches are that safety net for the players to go and allow to make mistakes and to be brave to try and win games of cricket. I am not the kind of coach that's going to sit here to try and not lose a game of cricket and then try and win. And I've made it pretty clear, if that's how we want to approach going into games of cricket, where we try to not lose and then try and win, then I'm probably not the coach. I play to win. And if that means that we have to be a bit braver, that we have to go on a wicket that's going to do a little bit more, then so be it. But, you know, if we don't win, we're going to end fourth or fifth potentially. You know, who is going to remember fourth or fifth in Division 2? But if we get promoted, there'll be a lot more people singing and jumping and, you know, going, well, that we're going up to Division 1. So that's kind of my argument at the moment.
There were players that had to show some daring on that pitch. Think of Ben Cox on day one, 50 that he put on, Rahan Ahmed today as well, that counter-attacking brilliance, two excellent performances at the back there.
Yeah, I mean, and we obviously were behind the 8 ball quite early. We were the laughing stock on social media, all over the county championship website, like, you know, how many wickets are falling in, how many balls in how many minutes. That's fine. We know what we're about, where we're trying to go. Those two, like you mentioned, you know, played exactly the way we wanted to play. I know there's a few questions about how our opening batters approached it. I 100% encourage guys to back whatever game plan they had that they believed was the right game plan on that. Now there'll be a lot of individuals that is going to sit at home that will argue with that. They're entitled to their opinions, but we are also entitled to our opinion on what we believe was the right way to play. And I encourage every individual in that change room, whatever game plan they thought, my only request was they committed to it 100%.
And how do you assess the way we got on with the ball? I think we reduced them to 56 for 4 earlier on, then sort of got away with us in the field.
Yeah, that was probably the one disappointing thing for me, where we obviously win this kind of wicket. It was easy for them to come and bat with a different mentality, where they bowled us out for 98. But I still thought that we could have been a lot better with the ball in terms of the areas that we hit. You know, but yeah, that's something that we'll talk about. We're going to have a look and see how we approach things. The attack looked pretty samey to me, but we felt that was probably the right kind of attack on that particular wicket. But we'll have a look and see how we can try and freshen things up going into the North End's game.
Have you thought about how this result affects selection-wise for that game, or is that not a question just yet?
But I don't think it affects it too much in terms of I'm not going to sit here and just try and give people opportunities to play. We'll try and freshen things up. We will see where guys are. It's probably going to be a slow turn at North Ends with the overseas that they have. Yeah, so we're probably going to go on horse for courses and see what we get, and then take Derby on here the last game.
Obviously, you mentioned one of the strengths of that changing room is their resilience, stubbornness, and the fight that they've got. You have a lot of confidence that they can bounce back from this result.
I've got no doubt whatsoever, mate. The guys were all on board with what we were trying to do. It was a very clear message. There's no finger pointing. Everybody's together in there, and that's exactly how we're going to go.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, bud. Thanks, mate.